From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, poverty numbers in Nebraska are headed in the wrong direction, and a special conference today is trying to change that. Plus, some progress after the crippling shooting attack on 2 power substations in North Carolina plunged 40,000 customers into darkness.
100 yard. Forward. Forward.
But first tonight, remembering the attacks on Pearl Harbor 81 years ago today. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rod has the night off. Today is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, and to honor the lives lost, Lincoln held an event at the Old Pavilion in Antelope Park. Channel 8's Matthew Mittleiter was there and has our top story tonight.
81 years ago, the Pearl Harbor Naval Base in Hawaii was attacked by the Japanese, prompting the United States to join World War II. On Wednesday, Lincoln held a ceremony starting at 11:55 to coincide with the beginning of the attack on December 7, 1941. The Veterans Memorial Garden Advisory Council invited the Lincoln community and its veterans to the Old Pavilion in Antelope Park to honor the lives lost that day.
There was so much, that went on that was hurtful to him that he never did really want to talk about it to family. It's wonderful to have people recognize those people who have helped us helped us survive, helped us to have the life that we have.
The event honored those who died with music from the Nebraska Christian Men's Chorus, speeches from relatives of the Pearl Harbor survivors, and even featured the only copy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's speech after the attacks. FDR famously gave the speech to Congress on December 8th, the day after the Pearl Harbor attack, declaring that the date would live in infamy. Keynote speakers at the event were Bill and Bob Dietrich, sons of Sergeant William H. Dietrich, who served on the USS Maryland at Pearl Harbor. In 1994, his name was put onto the Pearl Harbor Monument in Memorial Garden. The brothers said their father served for 8 years, 8 months, and 6 days, and afterwards became active in the community, working at the VFW Lodge in Grand Island.
One of the things that he really got to enjoy doing was going around to the junior high and the high schools in the Grand Island area and talking to them about Pearl Harbor and about the importance of being patriotic. It just truly, he felt like it made his time worthwhile to go around and speak to them.
Bill says last year they went to Pearl Harbor for the 80th anniversary and spoke to about 200 World War II veterans, 34 of which were Pearl Harbor survivors. The brothers say it's important to honor those who serve in the military and keep them in our memory.
It's important to remember our veterans, of course all those who were killed or died, but also all of World War II and then following wars after that.
Reporting in Lincoln, Matthew Mittleiter, Channel 8 News.
And in other news now, the poverty rate in Nebraska was trending down until the pandemic happened. Now our numbers are moving in the wrong direction, so policymakers are discussing ways to help struggling Nebraska families. Channel 8's Veronica Barreto joins us live with more. Veronica?
The Coalition for a Stronger Nebraska organized a conference today to address poverty in our state and how the pandemic and inflation harmed families. It wanted the issue to get the attention of policymakers ahead of January's legislative session. UNO data shows that 1 in 10 Nebraskans live in poverty. Conference speakers say disparities and poverty affects more minorities in our state and their access to basic services. They also discussed how the pandemic have made some poverty symptoms more visible, like healthcare access and hunger.
Since the height of the pandemic, we've been seeing somewhere around a 40% increase in individuals and households that are now seeking food assistance. Many of them are doing so for the very first time.
Data also showed that kids are among those more affected by poverty rates in our state. Speakers agreed that in order to address poverty in our state and communities, different organizations, businesses, and the government needs to come together. I will have more on this story at 6 o'clock.
Sounds good, Veronica. Thank you very much. Let's get a check of our weather now, but today is not really the day we're focusing on, Rusty. It's more tomorrow and letting folks know what's coming.
Yeah, there's a lot going to be happening tomorrow. Right now, pretty quiet, cool, chilly, just kind of overall the calm before the storm. But a winter weather advisory is in place for much of the state of Nebraska, from North Platte to Lincoln, all the way up to O'Neill, Sioux City, Omaha. Everybody has a winter weather advisory, and for slightly different things. It just kind of depends on where you're at, and that's something I will discuss shortly. But right now, quiet. Satellite radar just showing a few clouds here and there, anywhere from mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Outside Beatrice, the Shones roofing cam looks like a gorgeous sunset. Goodness, that is a nice looking sunset going on right now. Temperature wise, 34 chilly degrees, 33 in Nebraska City, a little cooler further north. That cold front swept through earlier today than expected, so our temperatures didn't quite climb into the 40s like we had hoped, but 20s and 30s and some 40s just to the southwest as of 5 p.m. So for tomorrow, the probability of freezing rain, freezing drizzle is at the highest from 6 a.m. to around noon. That starts to diminish. The probability for snow, not as high, but still a chance as we go through the first half of the day. The better chance will be the further north you go, and that tapers off as you get to the second half of the day. But the rain chance for southeast Nebraska, including the city of Lincoln, the rain chance increases as we head through the second half of the day. So a little 1, 2, 3, 4 punch going on with a little bit of everything in this forecast. So we'll break it all down and try to decipher everything in a few minutes.
Sounds great, Rusty. Thank you very much. Now we turn to some national news out of North Carolina. Tens of thousands of people are still without power after last weekend's targeted gunfire attack on 2 substations. But as ABC's Alexis Christoforous reports, investigators are finding critical clues in the case.
Progress after this weekend's crippling shooting attack on 2 power substations in Moore County, North Carolina, plunged 40,000 customers into darkness. Duke Energy expecting service to be restored gradually before midnight tonight. The chief sheriff deputy confirming multiple shell casings were recovered at the scene, but not releasing any information on the type of weapon. Authorities now say they're fearing copycat crimes.
Foreign terrorist groups, foreign hostile powers, domestic terrorists have all called for attacks against our nation's critical infrastructure, and in particular, attacks against the nation's power grid. Whether those attacks are through cyber means or physical attacks.
North Carolina's governor telling ABC News the community has pulled together.
Need to make sure that we can get us through the next few hours to make sure this power is back on. People have faced losses here. They've lost food. Stores have lost revenue.
This restaurant owner forced to throw out thousands of dollars of food he bought for the World Cup.
I couldn't sleep that night. It's been stressful. Just to open for the people to come out and have a hot meal.
With temperatures dropping, officials say 1 person has now died in a home with no power. If it is determined the death is linked to the outage, whoever is responsible could face murder charges. Authorities are now offering a $75,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the person or persons responsible for the attack. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Back to local news now. City officials were in action today, changing signs on the newly named Nebraska Parkway. That's formerly Highway 2. Crews are replacing more than 400 traffic signs between 120th Street and Highway 77. The change comes after the Department of Transportation gave that portion of the highway back to the city after the completion of the South Beltway project, and that will open on December 14th. Family and consumer science students at LPS took part in a culinary competition today. The 17th annual culinary competition took place at the Career Academy on SCC's campus. 138 students were competing in individual and team activities. My goodness, those dishes look good. They took part in team entree making, solo salad and sauce making, and other tasks. Then they were all judged by chefs and other industry professionals from around Lincoln.
We want to give students experiences as close to the industry as we possibly can. And so for our students to come today to be judged by industry professionals, they're working at the best restaurants across Lincoln. And so learning from the professionals, getting to see everyone here today, using the amazing facilities at the Career Academy, I think just elevates that student's experience and is a great day away from their school.
The winning teams and individuals will get medals and trophies, with the winning team also getting a set of chef's knives. We actually talked with one of those winners, and you'll hear from him tonight in our newscast at 6 o'clock. Well, the holiday season is all about giving, and one local organization is helping isolated seniors feel the Christmas spirit. It's the 19th annual Be a Santa to a Senior event for Home Instead. Community volunteers helped pitch in to wrap and bag gifts for hundreds of seniors today. About 600 seniors were on a list to receive gifts, which means over 1,000 gifts needed to be wrapped in one afternoon.
It's always amazing to just know that these people may be isolated or not have families in town, and this may be the only gift that they're getting this year for Christmas or for whatever holiday they celebrate. So to know that we're making a difference in aging adults' life means a lot to us.
The gifts were all donated or purchased from community members, and once they're wrapped, the gifts will be delivered to the different senior homes to be distributed. Still to come on the news tonight, a horrifying escape at sea, all caught on camera. What one couple was able to do to stay alive and keep others safe as well. We'll be right back. Now to an ABC News exclusive. We're learning more details from an American couple on board a cruise ship in Antarctica that was hit by a so-called rogue wave. That wave killed a fellow passenger and injured several others. ABC's Zareen Shaw has the story.
Just one day before the deadly disaster aboard the Viking Polaris, another harrowing story is now coming to light about what happened during a Zodiac boat excursion nearby. Tom and Pan Truesdale say their trip of a lifetime took a terrifying turn.
I was taking video with my iPhone of the penguins jumping out of the water, and that's when the explosion occurred.
You can hear Pam and another female passenger struggling.
hurt my legs though. I can't move mine.
Pam continued recording what unfolded on her phone.
It was a boom, and I flew up in the air, and the passenger across from me flew up in the air. She came down and hit hard. I believe the man next to her went up in the air and overboard.
Tom and another passenger were able to get the man who flew aboard back on that boat. A female passenger's leg was injured so badly she had to have surgery. The captain turned the ship back around to Argentina, an unplanned trip back up the Drake Passage, where the Pacific Ocean meets the Atlantic, notoriously known as one of the most dangerous stretches of ocean. That very next night, a massive wave crashed into that bigger cruise ship, killing passenger Sherry Zhao and leaving 4 others hurt.
It broke through the windows. It broke walls down.
Just a terrifying experience. Vikings saying they're investigating that wave incident and they're committed to the safety and security of all of their guests and crew. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Before I start going on and on about all the winter precipitation that is potentially coming our way, look at this. Allocam is doing a fantastic job this evening of capturing the sunset. Goodness sakes, that's just, I mean, I could look at this for hours. And traffic is flowing nicely too. South 21st Street and L. Just a gorgeous, clicker didn't even want to work, didn't want to go past it. Completely understand. 30 degrees at the airport, 32 in Southeast Community College, Yankee Hill at 32 degrees. Just about everybody right around that freezing mark. Colder air really sunk in quick today and kept our temperatures from getting too far away from the 40-degree mark for highs, and now we've dropped back into the 30s and 20s. 26 Grand Island, 28 Central City, Columbus at 27, 30s in Lincoln, 34 in Beatrice, 38 though still in Fairbury, one of the warmer spots. Not much of a wind. It's out of the north at 5 to 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. So quiet right now. Not a lot going on, just a few clouds here and there. That will change. Now, this is one of the latest models, and it has this warm front coming up from the south, and that's going to drag with it some moisture. First, south central Nebraska, near Kearney, Hastings, and areas south and west near McCook. Could start off as a rain-snow mix. Notice the snow trying to move in over there by Gosper County, as well as Frontier County. Now, everything kind of moves up from the south to the north, running into cold air. Colder air to the north, a little bit warmer air to the south, so mixed precipitation, freezing rain, freezing drizzle, sleet, all going to be possible with this pink shade here. Rain to the south, mixed precipitation, freezing drizzle, freezing rain, and then snow the further away you get from that warm front. This continues through the day. This is 4:30, so by the afternoon, continuing to see the chance for mixed precipitation and freezing drizzle and freezing rain, snow potential to the north, rain potential to the south and east. And that continues as we head into the evening hours. More snow to the north, that freezing drizzle and rain here, and just rain further south and east. Now, this rain may push up a little further north, giving us more of a rainfall potential the second half of the day. Snow could eke its way further south too. So we've got just about everything in this. A potential for rain, snow, freezing rain, mix, sleet, grapple. Wouldn't surprise me to see that as well. Then by Thursday night, I think just about everything is out of here. It's just on the fringe here from O'Neill, Norfolk, and north and east. And that's it. Snowfall potential 1 to 2 inches to the north where it wants to snow for a longer period of time. Less than an inch for just about everybody in the south half of Lincoln, and then just a trace the further south you go. We'll zoom in here a little bit and show you the Lincoln, Omaha, Interstate 80, likely less than an inch. But boy, that cold air, if it just gets a little bit colder, we could see snow or ice or freezing rain or freezing drizzle. And that freezing drizzle and freezing rain potential is probably the worst case scenario, and that looks like it's certainly going to be possible as we head through the day on Thursday. Rainfall potential also out there, 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe even 1/2 an inch the further south you go where the warmer air will be. So because of all of this mess, winter weather advisory through midnight Friday to the north, that's late Thursday night, and then through 6 p.m. Thursday from about just north of I-80 south because of the potential for anything. Freezing drizzle, freezing rain, maybe an inch or two of snow to the north, freezing drizzle and rain likely for about everybody else. Quiet tonight, temperatures in the upper teens to the upper 20s. I think we'll say 24 in Lincoln, increasing those clouds. That mix moves in very, very late into early tomorrow morning. Not much of a wind, thankfully. That would just make things a whole lot worse. Highs tomorrow will struggle, lower, middle, maybe the upper 30s. Mix of snow, ice, rain, just a little bit of a mixed bag of precipitation in the kitchen sink. 36 degrees on Thursday, a northeast wind at 5, 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. So after Thursday, we quiet down as we head through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually, quite a nice few days there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then rain may mix with some snow on Tuesday into Wednesday, where we could just see snow. We go from 50 to 35, so that'll be an interesting storm system to watch. Could see a lot of wind with that one as well. That's the next storm system we're watching. But until then, if you don't have any real reasons to be out and about tomorrow, I know it's a work day and it's school day and everything else, so it's not the best day to have freezing rain and freezing drizzle, but if you don't have to travel, I wouldn't advise it. But keep an eye on the roadways and keep an eye on Channel 8, and we'll keep everybody up to date.
Rusty, I know you're going to have a really busy day tomorrow with that system moving through, but would you like to anchor the whole show so I don't have a reason to get out of my house?
I'm sorry, I got a phone call.
Oh, nice.
So there's something, email.
Right. You can't hear me very well over there?
Sorry.
Right across the room? Okay, I'll come in and help you.
Thank you.
Split day on Wall Street today. The Dow only gaining about 1.5 points. NASDAQ is down 56 points. S&P also losing 7. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, a cargo ship spill sets off an epic treasure hunt. And if you've never heard of the Oxford Dictionary's word of the year, the meaning will definitely sound familiar. Here's more in tonight's Take a Look at This.
One ocean's trash is another man's treasure. At least that was the case for this Alaska man. It all began last fall when a cargo ship going from South Korea to Canada hit some rough seas and lost an eye-popping 109 shipping containers. Some held things like inflatable toys and bike helmets. Others contained the ever-popular Yeti coolers. Well, months later, these seemingly indestructible coolers started washing up on shore in Alaska. And that news sparked a treasure hunt for one Duke Marolf.
We got the planes out, went and checked the Gulf of Alaska, and we found the Yeti. Nice cooler, little surf abrasion, but that's just character, right? We went down the beach a little further and we got lucky and we found another one.
Marolf took to social media to document his journey that netted him 20 of these babies. That's a heck of a lot of cold beers, or at up to $750 a pop, a nice down payment on his next plane. Well, Oxford Dictionary has announced their word of the year for 2022. Drum roll, please. Goblin mode. What? Oh, yeah. According to Oxford University Press, the slang term refers to a type of behavior that is unapologetically self-indulgent, lazy, slovenly, or greedy, typically in a way that rejects social norms or expectations. Ah, so a teenager. The term has been around for a while, but gained popularity during the pandemic. This is also the first time the public got to vote on the word of the year. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
As we head through the next 24 hours, weather is definitely going to be interesting. We'll see a mix of rain, freezing drizzle, snow, a little bit of everything. 36 on Thursday, then we quiet down and try to warm up Friday into Saturday.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us. World News Tonight is up next, and then we'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock. Have a great night.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Extreme sports. And now, Amigos Extreme Burritos with extreme sauce and 3 cheeses with steak, chicken, or beef. And crispy French fries at Amigos.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Hi.